Alright, Shalom. It's your brother Kanakala. Alright, coming back at you once again through the Spirit of Prophecy, WW3 update, GMS Tampa Bay, GMS Rai. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, the one set of elder apostles of Great Millstone, the elders of Israel, and salutations and blessings to you brothers out there that's pushing this truth, alright, that's spreading this gospel, that's waking up the elect, and spreading the knowledge of the Most High throughout the world. And blessings to all you sincere followers, all right, that consist of helps, women, and children. Okay, and I'm gonna just get right into it. This is from CNBC. This article here. Here's what the U.S. should do if Russia launches a nuclear attack. All right, this was published 21 hours ago. Okay, because we're watchmen. All right, so we're supposed to be watching these things, man, bringing up current events, current news. All right, so it says, here's what the U.S. should do if Russia launches a nuclear attack, according to the top American nuclear commander. All right. Air Force General John Hyten says he would not recommend an immediate response if nuclear-tipped missiles were headed for the U.S. All right. Hyten says a nation would have 30 minutes to react to an incoming threat. All right, and these are just pinpoints. If you didn't want to, digest the whole article, but I'm gonna go into the article here, where it says he urges lawmakers to consider the Pentagon's request to add a new low-yield nuclear weapons to its arsenal. All right, and I'm gonna get into this. I'm gonna break this down. All right, and look as if they have a video here, so I'll play this and see what they say. But might be some advertisement here before it starts. We'll see. It usually always is.
There's still time to save big at Nissan now. Get great offers today on Sentra, Altima, and our entire lineup. Hurry, offers end soon. Now's the time to save with exclusive offers like this.
Pretty much quoting excerpts out of this article. It really explains nothing. It says the Air Force General in charge of America's nuclear arsenal provided a rare glimpse into what he would do if Russia launched 2 nuclear-tipped ballistic missiles at the United States. His take might be surprising to some. General John Hyten told lawmakers this week that the U.S. should not retaliate until incoming missiles had reached their targets or were destroyed in flight by defense systems. So I'm gonna get into it. It says, if we do have to respond, we want to respond in kind and not further escalate the conflict out of control, Hyten, the commander of U.S. Strategic Command, told the Senate Armed Services Committee on Tuesday. So keep that in mind. Remember that it says we want to respond in kind and not further escalate the conflict. All right, so he don't want to escalate the conflict. All right, so keep that in mind. Remember that. It says he added that the window for detecting the missiles is a very short period of time. From detection to the creation of the explosion is less than 30 minutes, the 4-star general said, which is beautiful because the Lord quoted, all right, the Lord said in the book of Revelation, thus in 1 hour, all right, shall that great city be destroyed, or shall Babylon be destroyed. Babylon is America, if you don't know it or not. That's the code name for America in the Bible. That's one of them. The main one is Babylon, all right? America is the modern-day Babylon. It says, he added that the window for detecting the missile is a very short period of time. From the detection to the creation of the explosion is less than 30 minutes, the 4-star general said. So, it's when the Lord said, thus in an hour shall Babylon be destroyed. That's 30 minutes right there, less than 30 minutes. Hyten noted that if the missile did not pose an existential threat, then the U.S. would not then have to respond with the existential. It's like an existential threat. That's what I would recommend if I saw that coming against the United States, he said. While Hyten recommended a measured response in such a scenario, he urged lawmakers to consider the Pentagon's request to add new nuclear weapons to its arsenal. I strongly agree with the need of a low-yield nuclear weapon, Hyten said in regard to submarine-launched warheads. The capability is deterrence, all right? Now this is the point. Weapon to respond to the threat that Russia is portraying. All right, so deterrence. So let's look that up really quick so I can give you an understanding of that. All right. So this is the direct response, because he said we will not further escalate the conflict. Okay? And this is why it says the active process of deterring, such as the inhibition of criminal behavior by fear, especially of punishment. Okay, the maintenance of military power for purpose of discouraging and attack nuclear deterrence. Now, the point in this is that it says the act of, it says purpose of discouraging and attack. So discouraging. All right, so he said he don't want to further the conflict. So if you look up this term, mutual assured destruction, mutual assured destruction or mutually assured destruction is a doctrine of military strategy, national security policy in which a full-scale use of nuclear weapons by two or more opposing sides would cause complete annihilation. All right, so that's what they will try to discourage Russia. They wouldn't try to further the conflict, like he said. Okay, so he said it would two opposing sides would cause complete annihilation. So, you know, that's what he would try to discourage. Like, yo, if you shoot these missiles, all right, we're not going to shoot an attack, you know, as great as yours. We're gonna send one back, but it's gonna be like, yo, hey, I don't want, you know, we don't want to do this. Okay, we don't want to do this. So they try to, this is what they try to promote, mutual assured destruction. It says of both attackers and the defender. See preemptive nuclear strike and second strike. Now look, it is based on a theory of deterrence. Now, right? It is based on the theory of deterrence, which holds that the threat of using strong weapons against the enemy prevents the enemy use of those same weapons. All right. So the strategy is a form of Nash equilibrium in which once armed, neither side has any incentive to initiate a conflict or to disarm. All right. So that's what deterrence. Like, yo, if we both further this thing, it says, like it says, it'll be complete annihilation, mutual assured destruction. So we don't want that. All right. So that's their defense. They want to try to talk their way out of it. All right. Like, yo, this what will happen if we continue this. Okay. It says, I strongly agree with the need of a low-yield nuclear weapon, Hyten said in regard to submarine launch. The capability is a deterrence weapon to respond to the threat that Russia in particular is portraying. So I'm going to keep reading on. It says, lawmakers question Hyten on whether adding more nuclear warheads will escalate tensions. All right. Pretty much an arms race. All right. So if they add more nuclear warheads to their arsenal, hey, that's just going to trigger Russia to just create more. Okay. It says, Commander then quoted former Secretary of State and National Security Advisor Harry Kissinger and said that without the right response options, the U.S. president will be choosing between suicide or surrender. Suicide, if you escalate too high, okay, so this what they're trying to avoid. So that's why they said, okay, if Russia was to respond with an attack, they would make sure that their response will be less of what Russia responded with. Okay, mutual assured destruction. It says suicide if escalate too high and escalation comes back at you. Surrender if you don't have the ability to respond, Hyten explained. And so an adversary, Russia in this case, will see a weapon coming, but they don't have to respond right now, and they won't have time to respond because they won't want to commit suicide. Okay? They won't want to commit suicide. All right? So that's what they're saying. Yo, Russia, if we both just start, you know, letting loose our missiles, it's gonna be suicide. All right? So that's the kind of narrative they would try to opposed to Russia. But hey, this is all the plans of the Heavenly Father. All right, his plans is to destroy America. You read Revelations, the 17th chapter, because he put it in their hearts to fulfill this will. All right, it says he continued by saying that the primary mission of nuclear warheads is deterrence and not to start a nuclear war. Once again, that word deterrence goes back to mutual assured destruction. Okay, the first use of the weapon is to make sure that nobody uses that kind of weapon against us. But that's the hypocrisy of America. Here it is. You drop bombs on Hiroshima, Nagasaki. Okay, and Hiroshima, Nagasaki, Slovakia. And like it states here, the first of that weapon is to make sure that nobody uses that kind of weapon against us. But you experiment, all right? That's the so-called white man for you. He's a damn devil. They really launched those weapons to experiment to see what would happen if bombs were dropped. Okay, and they ran their experiment. All right, majority of the people died from the poison, the radiation, the fallout, because their organs collapsed on them. They organ failure, man. They were poisoned, man. All right, from drinking the water, the radiation, and right now today they still have effects from those missiles, atomic bombs that were dropped in Japan. All right, but here's the hypocrisy. It says that nobody uses this kind of weapon against us. Heighten. I'd prefer Iran without nuclear weapons. All right, of course you prefer Iran without nuclear weapons. Slovakia. I gotta go back. It says I would prefer Iran without nuclear weapons. I prefer North Korea without nuclear weapons. But I don't think nuclear weapons will ever go away. And you're right, man. So you want everybody to have nuclear weapons so they can't protect themselves. That's the only reason why you haven't won in North Korea. All right. Rocket Man, Kim Jong-un, he's made so many threats to America. All right. He's just a small fish in a pond. But why haven't you went over there yet? Because he has that mutual assured destruction. He has that equalizer. Okay. It says Heighten, who has previously called Russia the most significant threat to the U.S., also told lawmakers that there is currently no defense against the hypersonic weapons Putin is pursuing. All right, so they have no defense against these hypersonic weapons, man. And Russia stated this all the way back in 2012 that it would create a nuclear missile that that will be able to invade any missile defense system. All right, and first and foremost, if you do some research on the U.S. missile defense system, it doesn't work. All right, it says we don't have any defense that could deny the employment of such a weapon against us. This means that as of now, the U.S. only rely on deterrence against the so-called hypersonic weapons, he said. But that's America. Russia has created these weapons that you can't deal with. And the Lord said, I will stir up the spirit of the Medes. Okay? The Lord put it on Isaiah 54 verse 16. The Lord put it on the spirit, gave them the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to create these missiles, man, to destroy America. So now you want to use Isaiah the 14th chapter says, how art thou the hammer of the whole earth? The hammer of the whole earth. And even a military a general said, he said, we're going to see every conflict, every problem as a nail, and we're the hammer. We're just going to boom, nail it. The hammer of the whole earth is broken asunder. Because now you have this enemy that surpasses you in missiles. Now you're going to try to talk your way out of it. All right, deterrence. Okay, mutual assured destruction. It says based on a theory of deterrence, which holds that the threat of using strong weapons against the enemy prevents the enemy's use of those same weapons. All right, so you want to try to talk your way out of it, man. All right, so that's your only weapon. Okay, is to talk your way out of it, because you know hey, you have no defense. All right, this is that unwalled villages, man. All right, Ezekiel, I believe the 38th chapter. Okay, but I'm gonna get see if I can get a preset really quick. Turn it this way for a sec. See if I get me a quick preset. All right. I'm gonna close out. Just keeping you brothers updated on this, man. It's beautiful news. Okay, America is finished, man. They're not that big boss no more. There's a new kid on the block, so to say. Okay, Matthew's 24. It says, get this real quick. Matthew's 24:6. Ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. What's the rumor of war right now? Nuclear war. All right. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. The end is not yet because we have to have the RFID chip, okay, implemented. All right. A lot of things have to come in. Collapse of the dollar. All right. Famine of the word, famine of food, lack of bread, lack of water. All right. So this is beautiful, man. This is what we should keep in mind here. And I'm just get one more scripture, to kind of paint that narrative for you. All right. Kind of paint that narrative for you so you understand what's supposed to happen, man. If you don't know. Malachi 4:1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud. Yeah, and everybody that cooked before, you open that oven and all right, you feel that intense heat. Now imagine all around you feeling like that. All right. That's the day that the Lord desires, man. All right. It says, and all are proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble, and the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that shall leave them neither root nor branch. So that deterrence, you talking your way out of this mutual assured destruction, that's not gonna happen, man, because you can't resist the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, the one who the word urgently calls God in Jesus Christ. All right, but I'm gonna give all praise to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and citations to you sincere brothers out there, you laborers out there pushing His word, and blessings to you, you followers, you sisters, women and children, you people that's looking to escape this destruction. All right, and Lord willing, brothers edified. Shalom.